In 1953, Aish HaTorah's visionary founder, Rabbi Noach Weinberg, traveled to Israel to discuss with the leading rabbinic sages how to respond to the threat of assimilation in the Jewish world. Learning from the methods of other social revolutionaries, Rabbi Weinberg realized that to fight assimilation, he had to create an organization that would foster a renaissance within the Jewish people through effective, dynamic educational programs and leaders. The newly recaptured Jewish quarter became the ideal setting for Aish HaTorah, and so it began. One small apartment in the old city's Jewish quarter served as Aish HaTorah's dormitory, dining room, and study hall for the first group of 5 students. Despite these modest beginnings, Rabbi Weinberg had very grand plans. He was convinced that the Torah's wisdom, combined with the idealism of young Jews who would join this cause, and with the Almighty's help, Aish HaTorah could dramatically impact the Jewish world. Today, Aish HaTorah International consists of over 100 branches and projects, 750 full-time employees, and a combined annual budget of approximately $55 million. Aish HaTorah's worldwide programs, live lectures, internet classes, and films educate and inspire over 1 million people each year. The heart of Aish HaTorah remains the Dan Family of Canada building in the Jewish quarter of the Old City of Jerusalem. The government of Israel, in recognition of Aish HaTorah's pioneering efforts on behalf of the Jewish people, gave Aish HaTorah the last 2 building sites, directly facing the Western Wall. Today, Aish HaTorah owns 40% of the frontage facing the holiest and most important location in the Jewish world, the Western Wall and the Temple Mount. The Dan Family of Canada building was opened in 1996. This building, dedicated by Leslie Dan and his wife Judy of blessed memory, houses Aish HaTorah's manpower and leadership training programs. Similar to teaching hospitals that train doctors, the Aish HaTorah College of Jewish Studies combines a rigorous study program of classical Jewish text with a renowned leadership training program. Since its inception 34 years ago, Aish Jerusalem has graduated hundreds of leaders, educators, and rabbis who have gone on to make several groundbreaking achievements in Jewish education and outreach around the world. Alongside the Dan Family of Canada building is the Aish HaTorah at the Western Wall building, dedicated by the Dan and Heitman families of Toronto, Canada, that is scheduled to be opened May 1st, 2009. This historic building, with artifacts dating back to the Second Temple period, will house Aish HaTorah's extensive outreach programs on 3 floors, with another 3 floors hosting the Aish HaTorah Exploratorium. The Aish HaTorah Exploratorium, with the Kirk Douglas Theater as its centerpiece, is designed to give 300,000 visitors a year a once-in-a-lifetime inspirational look at the story of the Jewish people. Modern developments in technology and communications have transformed our world into a global village. Aish HaTorah has put these tools to use for the Jewish people, developing dozens of cutting-edge programs that have revolutionized the way Jews around the world become educated and inspired. Aish HaTorah's first outreach strategy was the creation of the first Aish branch in 1979 in St. Louis. It was the first outreach center of its kind in North America. Today, due in large part to Aish's groundbreaking efforts, outreach has become a cottage industry, and every major Jewish community in North America has at least one full-time outreach program servicing that community. Today, Aish branches dot the map on 5 continents, reaching tens of thousands of people each year through their dynamic seminars, home study groups, executive learning, and events for singles and families. Aish HaTorah Toronto was the second outreach branch opened by Aish in North America through a grant by Helen and Joe Berman. The original team of 5 rabbis arrived in 1981 and operated out of a rented basement where they educated hundreds of young Jewish people. Led by an outstanding array of lay leaders and partners, Aish Toronto grew exponentially. Its Thornhill, Community Shul, and Village Shul in Forest Hill are both vibrant outreach centers and thriving Jewish communities. Their newest center, the Aish Annex in downtown Toronto, focuses on college-age Jewish students studying at the University of Toronto. Aish Toronto's myriad of educational programs includes speed dating, Maimonides Leaders Fellowships, the Jewish Family Institute, and several other innovative and effective educational programs, including North America's most effective campus educational outreach program. Combined, these programs educate approximately 10,000 participants annually, and since its founding in 1981, Aish Toronto has inspired well over 100,000 members of the Toronto Jewish community. Founded in 1985 under the patronage of United States senators, the Jerusalem Fellowships applied Aish HaTorah's educational expertise into a 3-week tour and study program in Israel. Fellowships combine classes in the relevance of Judaism with touring the land of Israel and an exploration of the region's geopolitical dynamics. Since it began in 1985, the Jerusalem Fellowships program has brought 10,000 college-age students to Israel. Last year alone, over 3,600 college-age students participated in Jerusalem Fellowships programs. The impact of the Jerusalem Fellowships was documented by England's most prestigious market survey company, which interviewed several hundred Fellowships alumni. The survey found that 3 years after participating in the Fellowships program, 97% of those who married since the program chose a Jewish partner. Created in 1985, the Dan Family Discovery Seminar Program has registered more live participants than any other Aish program. The Discovery Seminar provides a rigorous, thought-provoking presentation on the rational basis for belief in God and the veracity of Torah. Discovery's willingness to tackle the really tough questions in an engaging and entertaining fashion has made it one of the most popular programs in the Jewish world, servicing over 100,000 participants in the last 10 years alone. Since its launch in 2000, Aish.com has become the world's largest Jewish content website, logging over 2.5 million monthly user sessions with 270,000 unique email subscribers. Aish.com has published over 6,000 articles on career, dating, parenting, spirituality, Israel events, and more, offering wisdom for living for the modern world. Aish.com features include a 24-hour live webcam from the Western Wall, which has logged 27 million visits and been featured on CNN, MSNBC, and the New York Times. Innovative 1-minute movies that have become viral sensations, registering millions of viewings in a matter of days. Aish.com in Hebrew, Spanish, French, and Russian that are all leading websites in their respective languages. Jewish Pathways, a more advanced Torah study website that offers self-paced, user-friendly courses in Jewish philosophy, Bible, Musar, and practical guidelines on the laws of Shabbat, Kashrut, and blessings. This hip online cafe's innovative programming attracts thousands of students while impacting their Jewish attitudes and behaviors. Its signature Aish Cafe 101 is a 6-week course filled with fast-paced, information-rich movies and MP3s, including Pleasure 101, Gossip, Kabbalah, Genesis and the Big Bang, and Love and Relationships. Aish Cafe offers each of its students a stipend or a trip to Israel for completing this course. Aish Cafe also boasts a credited online course taught by Harvard University's most popular lecturer, Dr. Tal Ben-Shachar. Since its January 2007 launch, 2,200 graduates have engaged in 25,500 hours of Jewish learning on over 300 campuses. In 2001, a coordinated campaign of propaganda portrayed Israel as an occupier and racist state, using excessive force against Palestinian civilians. University campuses were the most important front where Israel was losing the PR battle. Together, Aish and the Israeli Foreign Ministry created Hasbara Fellowships, a program which brought university students to Israel for 2 weeks of Israel activism training. Students learned about the history of Israel in the Middle East, current politics and issues, and most importantly, how to take this information back to their campuses to advocate for Israel. Over the last 2 years, Aish has launched a program entitled Project Inspire, whose purpose is to inspire and train members of the Jewish community who have been blessed with a significant Jewish education to reach out and share both their knowledge and Jewish lifestyle with their fellow Jews. The program has been a fabulous success, and we hope that through its efforts, we will be able to unite Jewish communities around North America through the common bond of our Jewish heritage. Over the past 34 years, Aish HaTorah has had the privilege of developing many outstanding programs, educators, and rabbis who have made a profound difference to the Jewish people around the world. However, the challenge of assimilation is still daunting, and to truly bring about a renaissance of the Jewish people, we need the participation of each and every one of you. We hope that you will join us.